What's up guys, Sal here. So the Nothing Phone 1 was a success as the company sold nearly 750,000 units so far. 750k doesn't sound big compared to what Samsung and Apple sells every month, but considering Nothing is basically a startup company and considering the phone was sold in limited markets, the Nothing Phone 1 certainly got off to a good start. Now the company is gearing up to launch their second phone called the Nothing Phone 2, and this time it's going to be a top-of-the-line flagship phone which is launching globally including the United States and competing with the best from Samsung, Apple and others. Carl Pei has officially said that the Phone 2 will launch in July, which is less than 2 months away from now. So let's take a look at everything we know about the Nothing Phone 2 so far and whether or not it would be able to make a dent on the smartphone market. First, the chipset.
So I'm really happy to announce that the Phone 2 will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 series.
Snapdragon 8?
Carl Pei has officially confirmed that it's going to be the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, the same chipset we saw on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. It's a 5nm chip made with TSMC production and it provides great performance and is efficient at the same time. Now you might wonder why the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 when we have the latest 8 Gen 2. Well, it all boils down to the price. Since the 8 Plus Gen 1 is last year's chip, it's now available for a significantly cheaper price than the 8 Gen 2. Nothing wants to price their phone too aggressively to give it a competitive advantage over other flagship phones, and since the chipset is one of the costliest components in a phone, going with the 8 Plus Gen 1 will help the company to price their phone around $600, which will give them a huge competitive advantage. Also, considering the difference between the 8 Plus Gen 1 and 8 Gen 2 is minimal, I think it's the right decision for now to go with a last year's chipset. Moving on, Carl Pei has also confirmed that the Nothing Phone 2 will pack a 4700 mAh battery and it will have a triple camera system this time. Not sure if it will have the periscope zoom camera, but the phone will be able to record 4K at 60fps video as well as RAW HDR. The screen will measure 6.7 inches with Full HD Plus resolution and it's gonna be OLED. Also, the phone will have narrow, uniform bezels to give it an aesthetic look. Speaking of the look, we still don't know what the Phone 2 will look like, but the company has released a small little teaser showing part of its design. And interestingly, there's a toggle here. We don't know what it's for, it's possible it could be a mute switch, but since it's placed at the back, it's possible it could be just a design element. Since we're less than 2 months away from the launch, we're gonna hear quite a lot about the Nothing Phone 2, and I'll make sure to keep you updated, so do consider subscribing for that. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.